Hi and welcome back to my channel. As promised, this week's video is going to be the Sanrio Summer at Olive Young haul. It's gonna be a long one, so make sure that you get cozy and get ready to go. This first product is the Wake Make Seamless Wear Cushion. This one includes a little mini cushion and I have the shade 21 Vanilla. Like it said on the set, it has a little mini cushion, a refill, and the cushion itself. It has a little tanning pochako on the front, and he's actually 3D, so he's super cute. He also matches my nails. Like I said, blue is my color this summer, so I'm super happy about this. This one's super cute. The puff inside is a little bit pointed to get under the eyes, and it has the adorable little pochako print on it. I do think this color would be perfect on me, judging by this swatch on the back of my hand, but unfortunately, as soon as I opened it, I could tell that it had that signature super strong Wake Make fragrance. I don't know why they put so much fragrance in their base products, but it really does not jive well with my skin, which is super unfortunate because they have a lot of products that I really like, including one that you'll see later that actually doesn't bother my skin. But I haven't run into a Wake Make foundation or cushion that hasn't bothered my skin a ton, like to the point where I have to wash it off as soon as I put it on. Even when I was applying it to my hand, I could feel it getting kind of itchy, which is so unfortunate because this looks gorgeous. If you have tried this formula and you like it, let me know, and I'm so jealous. It looks like with 2 layers, this one definitely has good coverage. You can't really see my veins through it, and it is really smoothing, so I do think that this formula would be pretty if you aren't allergic to fragrance. I honestly might try to repurpose this cushion with a formula that I can use because it's just too cute to let go of. Now these next 2 products are from Beia. They're eyeliner sets. I have another Beia eyeliner set, which is why I was so keen to get these. I have 01 and 02 in their Eggosal liners. There's 2 different concepts behind these sets, with 02 being for Eggosal brightening and 01 being for Eggosal shading. 02, which is the set that you see right here with the pochako on it, comes with a glittery liner, and honestly I think this is the perfect shade. It turns out super natural on my skin tone at least, and it really makes my eyes sparkle, and that little hula dancing pochako is just so cute! I'm also really glad to see K-Beauty Company starting to catch up on the colored pencil eyeliner game, since I have so many J-Beauty faves, but yeah, Beia is killing it. The Bonbon Duo is the Unmyeong set, or the shading set in Korean, and comes with a matte skin tone eyeliner. This is one that I like to use in my waterline on days where my eyes are looking particularly red or tired, and it also comes with an under Eggosal liner that's designed to mimic the natural shadow color that you get beneath your Eggosal. I love an auto sharpen pencil, and these last super well. I can't complain about these at all. Sorry, this is in a completely random order. I was just grabbing whatever I could out of the box, but this is a tint from Wake Make. I'll be opening and saving all the tints for the end so that I don't have stained hands while I'm trying to swatch the other items. The little pochoko head on my keychain popped off, but don't worry, I got it back on there and all the tints are just gonna sit in the back. The next product is from Roman. This is their Better Than Cheek in Tanny Chip. I do believe this is the only shade that was exclusive to the summer collection, and I tried to get a hold of that eyeshadow palette, but it was sold out every single time. Now this shade, I'm not sure if you can tell from the swatch, it has a little bit of sheen to it, which is not something that I've really seen Roman do before with their blushes, but I'm so glad that they did. I know this color doesn't look like much in the swatch, but like most other Roman blushes, once you get it on the face, it's absolutely stunning. I was blown away by this. I can't believe how much I love this shade. Another product from Roman, this is their classic Juicy Lasting Tint in the shade Peach Peach Me. I don't know if this one was exclusive to the summer collection or not, but I know the packaging is, and it's super adorable. They also included this shaker keychain that shows some of their signature products, including that shading product, which is one that was also in the summer sale, but I didn't get. Now we have a Wake Make eyeshadow palette. This is one of their 16 pan palettes, the soft blurring eye palette. It also includes a free little eye primer, and this palette is in the shade 25 Healthy Coral Blurring. The eye primer also has a little pochaco on it, which I love, and I was not expecting the primer to be this shade. I feel like in Western beauty, usually eye primers are either transparent or more skin toned in order to kind of dampen out the natural darkness that you might have around your eyes, but this one's very peach. It almost looks like an eyeshadow base or a liquid eyeshadow in and of itself. It's pretty interesting. And then of course we have the eyeshadow palette itself, which comes with the pochaco on the front, again, which I love, and I actually like that there's a nice variety of warm and cool tone shades in here. While it does lean pretty peach, there are a couple of more cool tone pinks and browns that you can get more of a neutral look out of, or even a cool tone leaning look. It does lean pretty matte with only a couple of shimmer shades, and it also has mainly what I would consider mid to light tone colors, so if you have a darker skin tone, this might not be for you. I filmed this unboxing about a week ago, and I haven't really had a chance to use this yet, which is a bummer because I think the colors are super pretty and are gonna suit me fairly well, but it's been so hot and sweaty that I haven't bothered much with makeup. I'll make sure to give this a proper review later. Another Real Man Juicy Lasting Tint. This is a classic shade in 03 Bear Grape. I know this one's not limited edition, so you can get this one just without the packaging. And they included another shaker keychain. This one's also super adorable, and I love the little summer cinnamon roll with the sunglasses. The tints are just gonna keep piling up back there, sorry. Yet another Real Man Juicy Lasting Tint. This one is in Tanny Guava, and I do believe that this one is limited edition, or at least it's new to this collection. And this shaker keychain even includes that little eyeshadow palette that I was trying to get a hold of, but that's okay. I already spent way too much money on this haul, and I'm really happy with what I got. And then I have the Etude Soft Fixing Tint in the shade 03, and this came with this super crazy plush pochaco keychain pouch thing. It's so adorable and it's so soft. I can't figure out what the English name of the shade is. It roughly translates to "if this isn't love, then what is it?" But it's shade 03. Now we have a Wake Make Soft Sheer Multi-Palette with an included brush, and this one is in 10 Joyful Pink. The brush freebie has this little flat eyeshadow type brush on one end and then a soft foam sponge on the other end. I couldn't quite figure out why it had the foam sponge until I actually swatched it, and I realized that one of the shades is a cream. I don't know how I didn't realize that the shade on the bottom right is a cream, but I found out when I swatched it. I'm really glad that they branched out with these soft sheer palettes, or whatever they're called, because when I was looking at them previously, I felt like the color stories were so monochromatic that it didn't even make sense for an eyeshadow look. It was kind of just like a teeny tiny blush palette, and it didn't make much sense to me. But I like this one a lot. I've used it a couple times and it's super nice. I have another of the Etude Soft Fixing Tints. It's shade number 10, and the name translates to something like Heart Fluttering Pink. I really like the component on this. It's heavy, but it's not super bulky, and it's just really satisfying. And of course, another pouch. Another Etude product, but this one is an eyeshadow palette. This is the Boyoung Eye Maker in Classic Glow. If I had to guess, I would say Boyoung means like voluminous or bouncy. I don't know, my Korean's not that good, guys. I'm a second generation speaker. But this is a little 3-shade palette with 3 shimmer shades that are designed to be highlights for your eyes. Getting a little eyeshadow brush in these heart-shaped pans is fine, but I was fighting with my nails trying to get a good swatch without scratching it. I wish that the camera would show off these colors better, but they're fairly sheer and really pretty, honestly. I love that it comes in a little keychain component, and I love that these are not over the top super glittery. They just make for a really nice little natural glow around your eyes. 2 more shadows from Etude. These are their What's in My Eyes singles, and this one's actually considered a jelly primer. It doesn't really have a jelly feel to it, but it does prime my eyes really well because, as you can see, it's exactly the same color as my skin. I swatched this a couple times and literally could not get it to show up because it matches my skin tone so well. So it really does a great job of camouflaging the darkness that I have on my eyelids, so I have a good base for my look. This second one is in the shade Honey Honey, and it's a semi-translucent white sort of highlight shade, kind of similar to the Boyoung palette, but in a single form. And this one turns out really pretty and has a pink pearl to it. So I find that this one works really well with a lot of the eye looks that I prefer to wear. Can you tell that Pochako is my favorite Sanrio character? Next we have the Wake Make Healthy Glow Balm, and this is a formula that I've been wanting to try for a while, so I'm really excited that this was a part of the sale. I have the shade 02 Sweet Chat, and it has a little summer Pochako on the front, which of course I love. They also included this little mirror keychain, and it has 2 really good quality mirrors in it. I've used it a couple times on my bag just to touch up my lip tint on the go, and it's been really convenient, so this is a nice freebie. Now we have a lip tint from Beia. This one is in 06 Tang. This is their overglazed lip tint, and I have this one in the little Pom Pom Pudding set, and it comes with its own little stand. It's so adorable, and I like that the stand actually matches the drawing on the front, so it doesn't feel like you're covering it up. It does also make the lip tint really stable. I have knocked my desk a couple times and it hasn't fallen over. Another Beia tint, this time it's a duo, and it's in V40 Sarang. I've given up on translating, guys, I'm sorry. And like I said, this one's a little matching duo. This is in their lasting velvet tint formula, and I haven't tried Beia tints before, but they're great. Now for a tint I know and love. I've had my eye on this for so long, but just haven't bit the bullet. This is the Amuse Dew tint in 07 Rose Bean, and this is one of my favorite formulas of all time. It came with this little ring that you can attach that's a little 3D Hello Kitty, which is super cute, and it's going in the tint pile. Another Amuse tint, Shocking. This one is in 11 Totori? Acorn? Yeah, okay, I got it right, guys. Translating is not my forte, my apologies. But I love this formula. I love all the Amuse formulas. I really just think they do a really good job with their lip stuff. So yep, that means we've got yet another Amuse tint. This is the Gel Fit tint this time, and this one is in the shade Peach Baby. This one actually came in this hilarious little suitcase that actually rolls around and has an extending luggage carrier type situation. It's really funny. But yeah, this is Peach Baby. This is a formula I already know that I love, so I'm not expecting anything bad to happen. And another Beia duo. This one is in V40 Summer Rose. I'm not making that up, that's actually what the hunger says. But here's the little duo. Yes, I have a lip tint addiction. You guessed it, another tint. This one is from Beia, and it's the shade 12 Sagwadang, which is actually the name of a bakery in Korea, interestingly. But it has this super adorable sleeping Pochako stand. I can't get over this, it's so cute. Ooh, here's another product I really wanted to try for a while. This is the Sugar Coloring Jelly Balm from Etude, and it says 03 Crystal Candy and then 06 Peach Twist on the back, because this is a little duo set and it's so cute. This is another one of the Romance Juicy Lasting tints. I'm not sure why it didn't come with the keychain, but this is 31 Tanned Cocoa. My collection of Romance tints is getting absolutely out of control, guys. Now we have one of their lasting color glosses in the shade Cream Shell, and spoiler alert, this one might be my favorite thing I bought. Seriously, I really hope this is not limited edition or I'll be so sad when it's gone. Another one of those Etude soft fixing tints. This one is an 06 Sagueheo Nante, which is like apologize to me, and it came with another pouch. I have a lot of these now. The name makes me think that it's not a limited edition color, but you never know. It's going with all of its friends right there at the back. Another Etude classic, their Curl Fix Mascara. I got one in black, one in brown, and one in their volumizing version, which honestly to me is not that volumizing, but this is a classic and I always stock up on these when they're on a 1+1. And of course the super cute packaging really helps. I actually just finished up one of my brown mascaras, so I'm going to open it up and show you what it looks like. The wand is pretty straight and narrow, which is good for definition and getting right into the corners of your eyes, and I think this brown color from Etude is really nice. It's actually a brown and not just a black pretending to be a brown. It is back in my collection. This is the Wake Make Stay Fixer powder. I have it in the shade 01 Pale Clear, and I'm so glad to finally have this back in my collection. This is my favorite loose powder of all time, and I had run out and I was using some other powders just to get them out of my collection. But I have to say, I'm really glad to have my fave back, and especially in this super cute Pochacco packaging. Those of you who've been on my channel for a while know that I use these at lightning speed, but I will try to savor this one. I also love the puff case for travel. Next, I have a concealer from Beia that I've been interested in for a little while. This is their spatula concealer. It also came with a little green color corrector, which is super nice, but I think most of us have seen the K-beauty technique of using a spatula to make sure that makeup applies really thinly. And this concealer actually comes on a spatula of its own. It's not really a flexible brush at all. You kind of have to just slide the spatula over your face. But it is really thin and super high coverage, so the claims that are on the box are pretty true. I've unfortunately only had the chance to use this once since, like I said, it's been super hot and I just don't want anything on my face, but it did last pretty well, all things considered. The only thing I don't love is that it's hard to get into the corners of your eyes or around your nose with this spatula. Here's the green color corrector. That sallow sort of desaturated green works really well for people who have yellow undertones like me. I didn't swatch it because my nails are too long. Sorry. And we have one more of the Wake Make Healthy Glow Balm Stick, this time in 11 Sunny Coral. It came with a slightly different mirror this time. It's got 3 little Pochaccos on it, and it's super cute. I think this is actually the one that I do have on my bag right now. And then, of course, the balm with the Pochacco on the front. Off to swatch jail for later. And yep, another one of the Etude Sugar Coloring Jelly Balms in Blue Aid and Bare Pink. This is a cute little duo too. It is getting very crowded in lip tint swatch jail, but we have another one of the Wake Make Waterful Glow Tints in 08 Rosist, and this keychain actually has slightly different ear details, which I thought was super cute and a nice touch. And then another one of the Juicy Lasting Tints from Roman, and this one is in 33 Aloha Juicy. Again, the name makes me think that it might be limited to summer for this year, but I'm not 100% sure. And you might think that these are the same sleeping Pochacco, but actually one of them is wearing sunglasses and one of them is wearing a lei. They're different, okay? I'm not crazy about Pochacco at all. Now we have a makeup / skincare product from Numbuzin. This is their Pantothenic powder. It says it's their #1 powder, but I don't know if they have any other powders, so I can't confirm or deny that. It's a translucent powder that claims to have skincare benefits, and it has this little watermelon Pochacco on it, which is super cute, and a Pochacco on the puff as well. I really like this component since it's a flip-up lid, so the powder doesn't get everywhere when you try to use it, which I think is super useful. It is a little bit of a coarser powder, meaning that the powder kind of has some oomph to it, so lighter hand is best, but overall I like this pretty well. My battery died while filming, so I'm sorry for the angle change, but this is a Philly Millie puff. There was 2 different versions. There was an angel version and the devil version, and I ended up with the devil version because the angel version sold out before I could get my hands on it. But again, not a big deal. I like these big, puffy, cushion style applicators for my regular foundation as well, and I love that this one comes in a case so that it stays clean. Speaking of Philly Millie, oh my gosh, are these not the most gorgeous puffs that you've ever seen? I almost felt bad putting this into one of my cushions because they're so beautiful and I don't want to get them dirty. Okay, it is officially time to do the honors. It is time for a tint swatching marathon. We are starting with the Rosist tint from Wake Make. This is their waterful tint, and here we go. I'll try to keep up with naming the tints as we go. I have them all sitting here next to me, so hopefully I'll get all the colors right, but I am going to speed this up a little, so I'll try to keep up with naming everything as we go. I'm also going to stack the tints up in the order that they were used, so that at the end, when I have my arm out with all the swatches, you can see what order everything was swatched in. This is the other Waterful Glow tint in 11 Healthy Pink, and I have not had a chance to try this formula yet, but I will get back to you on that one. This is the Romance Juicy Lasting tint in 31 Tan Cocoa. Gorgeous shade, by the way. I really love this one, and of course this formula, it's never bad. This is consistently one of Olive Young's top selling products for a reason. And now we have Aloha Juicy. I haven't tried this one yet, but the color looks great. Kind of sheer peach I'm really into lately. And then we have Peach Peach Me, speaking of peaches, and again, another sheer peachy pink. You really can't go wrong with it. And we have 03 Bare Grape. You've probably all seen this shade before. It's one I have already and love, and I've mostly used up, which is why I bought a second one. And then we have Tanny Guava. Tanny Guava is also stunning. I really hope this one's not limited edition because I adore it. And here's Cream Shell, perhaps my favorite purchase. It looks terrifying coming out of the tube, but it makes a gorgeous neutral nude, especially for people who have super pink lips like mine. These are all glossy formulas, and I'm going to show you what it looks like without the gloss on top so you can see the staining power as well. The Wake Make formula definitely has the most staining power, but it was also the more pigmented of the two formulas that I showed you, so that's really not surprising. But even with a lot of rubbing from a makeup wipe, that one sticks around, so I hope it doesn't affect any of the other swatches too much. Next in line, we have the Etude Soft Fixing Tints. This is in 03. If it isn't love, then what is it? I don't know what that weird little chunky thing was. I think I just got too much coming out of the bottle, so it came out super pigmented. But this formula is actually relatively sheer. This next one is in 10 Heart Fluttering Pink. Again, don't take my word on the English translations, but this one is super stunning. I didn't expect to like this color that much, but it's really beautiful. I thought it was gonna make me look dead, but it's actually a really nice nude. And then this last one is 6 Sagwa Heonante. Apologize to me? I don't know, guys. I'm bad at Korean. Here's the Wake Make Balm in 02 Sweet Chat. Haven't gotten to try this one either, but I really want to. And here's 11 Sunny Coral. These balms were definitely more pigmented than I was expecting, so I'm interested to try them. Oh my god, guys, I just realized the Beia tints have English names on the bottom, but this is 06 Peanut Syrup in the glossy formula. I haven't tried this one yet, but I really want to. And here is 12 Apple Syrup. This formula looks super sheer and light, which is my favorite, so I'm really excited to try this one. Aside from that snafu with the Etude tint where I accidentally got way too much, I think these are all pretty sheer, which seems to be trendy. I really like it. And I think you can still see that Wake Make tint from earlier. That's crazy. Final stretch, guys, we're almost done. This is the Beia Last Velvet tint in the shade V17 More Pleasant. A really nice sheer candy red. I haven't gotten a chance to try this formula yet, but I really want to. And then the little baby version in V40 Summer Mellow. These are both warmer tone shades, but they look like they might actually work for me. And if it's anything like the Etude formula, then I'm really interested. Here's that same formula in V40 Summer Rose. I told you I wasn't lying, guys. This one really looks like it's right up my alley. I would totally pick this shade. And the baby version in V54 Summer Blush. That one's a lot more pigmented than I was expecting, but it's really pretty. I feel like I'm running out of adjectives to describe makeup with, guys. Anyways, this is the Amuse Dew tint in 07 Rose Bean. Again, Amuse Dew tint, you really just can't go wrong with it. And the Dew tint in 11 Acorn. Seriously, I'm wearing this one tomorrow. Editing this video just made me remember how pretty it is all over again. I love that kind of brownish undertone to a nude shade. I just feel like it's really flattering. And of course, the iconic Suitcase tint. This is the Gel Fit tint in Peach Baby. I really feel like I got a good variety of shades without getting too far out of my comfort zone. So I'm really happy with what I got. And here's what it looks like without the tint on top, which is the stain. Definitely some beefier stains this time around. Now for those Etude balms, and in hindsight I probably should have swatched these first so that the stains weren't muddying the color, but oh well, it is what it is. First up is 06 Peach Twist, and the lid on this is actually really interesting. I almost broke it the first time because you have to twist and then pull. There's like a little locking mechanism, and then the actual balm itself comes out onto this like little jelly style applicator. So it's really interesting, but it's really comfortable, and I love that the top doesn't come unscrewed inside of your bag. This is also the perfect level of stain, or I guess color pigment for me in a balm. I don't like my balms to be too pigmented because I don't want them running all over my face. The Wake Make Balm I feel like is going to be a little bit different because it's almost like a sheer hydrating lipstick, but these are actually like balms. If they got too warm, I think it would probably melt all over your face, which would not be a cute look. So the fact that they're sheer is really helpful. This is 03 Crystal Candy. This was the matching balm from that same 06 set. And again, just a really pretty color. This one is just a regular little twist tube though. I'm kind of sad about that. I love the jelly applicator. It's really comfortable. And then we have 07 Bare Pink. I've tried both 06 and 07 and I really just can't decide which one's my favorite. 06 is definitely more of a warm to neutral pick, but with the natural color of my lips, I actually find that that's pretty flattering. But again, 07 with a cool tone pink, like, you can't go wrong with that either. And last but not least, we have 04 Blue Aid. And yes, it does come out blue, and you would think that that would be terrifying, and it is at first. It is actually scary at first, but it's one of those pH adjusting balms, so it doesn't stay blue. You can see a big blue dollop came out, but eventually it does start to turn pink. I'm not a huge fan of pH adjusting balms, but honestly this one is so mild that I don't really notice much of a difference between this and 07, so I can't really complain either way. And the formula on this is lovely. I keep these on my desk and I apply them through the day. Even when I'm not wearing any makeup, these look awesome. Oh my gosh, if you watched all the way to the end of this video, you are a champ. Thank you so much. I had so much fun making this video, even though it was a long one, and I am just so excited to try all of these products. If there's anything I haven't gotten to yet, I'll do a roundup review later, but thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, and come back soon. I don't know why my hands look like they're two different colors, but that's besides the point. Bye guys!